Get that fixed for sure. And we are live, I think. Hopefully it sounds okay. Hopefully it sounds okay. Trying out some new equipment. Got a few announcements for everybody. It's not no clickbaity kind of just thing. I am back for good on this platform and a couple other platforms. Some big things happened over here in the Terror Barn Skeeter Jerkin world. um, let's see. Please don't blow me up. The audio sounds freaking horrible, man. Spent all that time going through. Guys, let me know if that audio sounds that crappy. And I went through the Yeti X and thought I had everything together, but maybe I was wrong. I don't know. I guess it's always the first part of the stream is just see how bad I'm screwing everything up. Yeah, okay, we're good. We're good. I'm just gonna leave the audio like that. Sounds good to me. But it's another one of my random live streams, which are not going to be so random here in the very near future. Because, there, stay there. Please stay there. It's just, if I could ever stop fighting with everything that's around me. I've made a shift. Our company's officially launched. We're getting closer on working on our first two pieces that we're going to drop here in October. And of course, you can already tell, man, when it comes to September with me, it's already Halloween time. This is like pre Oh Hallows Eve. So I'm got my monster pits. What I'm gonna think I want to call this thing, right? You know, I got Penny, I got Mikey, got all my little Mikey masks, which I got more. I need to get those set up, but finally get my studio in order. We're gonna be working on those two Terra Barn pieces for sure, dropping here in October. But over here on this channel, we're gonna start doing horror film reviews. I would like to drop those on Fridays. I'm now working on getting the whole little membership thing started for this channel and still batting around. I think it's going to be a lot of film based things and a lot of comedy based things. And I mean, we're getting close to October, so it got to be the spooky horror and all those great things that we love. So I got a lot of things set up and now I got the time to do it. So the conversation was having 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, about me not having time and when can I fit in time. Well, we officially launched our company, and now this is my job and my time. So I will definitely be coming back on this channel at least 2 to 3 times, maybe 2 times a week, and maybe a third for the maybe, I don't know, 2 3 times. I'm still trying to like schedule everything out and kind of getting the feel of like what I want to do. Like I spent the first hour of sitting here trying to get my Blackmagic camera to be a webcam for me without having to buy a splitter or anything like that. And that's impossible. I'm going to fork out for the splitter. But so I'm stuck with this cam right now. But when I do my horror film reviews and things of that nature, I'll obviously be vlogging straight from the Blackmagic right in here in this monster pit, as I want to dub it. I think it's a monster pit. I don't know. Anybody rewatching this and got my lair a cooler nickname for my lair, let me know. But as of right now in my head, this is like the monster pit. This is where I come and do the live streams, video reviews. I work on those masks back there. I'll be overhauling them a lot. Hey, how we doing, Toy Man? I've got a few more of those coming in. I would like to overhaul them and get them right. Hey, Spirit. Yeah, it's been a while. That's the beautiful thing about today and what I'm putting out to everybody today it's no longer going to be these long gaps without me being on here. We officially launched our company, and that's solely what I'm focused on now is creating content, whether it be film, whether it be on here. That's solely my purpose is to do that. Right, gamer? But I'm hoping to, at the very minimum, have two different streams a week, and then have a horror film drop, a horror film review drop. I want to I don't know. I want to go back and watch. I think the first one I'm going to do is go back and rewatch Halloween 3, since I haven't seen it as a kid, and I hated it because Michael wasn't in it when I was a child. So maybe I'm going to go back and rewatch that thing and really delve deep into it and give my honest opinion as an adult now that didn't lose his mind because Michael wasn't in there. Also, I've been looking at different formats on doing a podcast, just straight podcast. I don't know, no video. I might get that going, kind of bounce that around, have some another outlet there. But then I got to figure out, get back into really structuring this channel, have set dates, get the membership thing going, and start getting some of these things off the ground that I've been kind of playing around with in my mind for the last several months, and just haven't pulled the trigger on making the move. But I've officially pulled that trigger and made the move back now. So I mean, between this and Terror Barn Productions and just creating film, that's kind of what I'm going to be doing. Hey, sweet tea, I appreciate it. It might take me a while to get back in the groove of just creating and things of that nature. I mean, my editing skills have definitely gotten a lot better than when I was originally doing the Skeeter Jerkins videos. So I don't got to worry about that. It's just being live and doing things and just getting back in the groove of that, right? Because a lot of my stuff has been writing, and then going out and scouting locations and things like that. Just YouTube's a whole nother beast. So I look forward to get back into the groove, and I want to hold myself to at least 2 shows a week, and then a horror review drop. Now we are getting closer to Halloween, and of course, I always got to jump in the Mikey Myers mode. Hey, Booker. So who knows? There might be some of those scare pranks and those jump scares and things like that randomly get put up there. But as far as live shows, I want to do, like I said, 2 to 3 a week, and drop a horror film review. And maybe even once we start dropping some of the Terror Barn stuff, we'll do, I don't know, maybe do like a live review of that. I don't know if that's something private that we put in for the membership, or we just kind of go through into the backstory of the piece that we shot. And I don't know, there's a lot of different things I'm still sorting out, but it's 100% sure I'm back. I'm back on this platform. I'm back on this channel. It's going to be definitely be more regular and consistent. But there won't be no more week-long hiatuses where you don't see me. So thank you, Spirit. Yeah, I mean, I've been wanting to do this, to get back to streaming, creating, and just kind of submerge myself in nothing but entertainment. And financially, I just could not make that move. But then, I was able to kind of just go with it. And so what I want to do now is to really just submerge myself in this world and do nothing but create on here, create for Terror Barn. Now, given like when I do go and we do have set shoots and things like that, I might not be able to go live on my normal like programming or whatever, like me sitting here talking to you. It might have to be like a quick live from location or something like that, because we're going to be doing a lot of traveling and filming and stuff. At least trying to get it in before the weather gets bad over here. But for some reason, even if you go back to my very first Skeeter Jerkins video, I think my very first one was like the hunting for the think it was like the Hillary Clinton supporter or whatever my idea was with the Skeeter thing. But you go back to the very beginning, and even then, it's something about September, Octoberish. Like it always gets me to want to like create like a madman. I just love this season. The only bad part is, you right after October, the weather just crashes down. So you guys will probably really be seeing a lot of me after that hits. On here, and I'm not traveling around filming and doing all that, but I freed up a big lot of my time here to really focus on my career path and what I want to do and where I'd like our company to go. So this right here is just like a little test and update, I guess. I don't even know if I'll leave this out for too long. I just kind of want to test out the new equipment, the setup. I'm no longer over there in that little bitty corner confined to a space. Um, the my better half gave me permission to actually create my little studio room instead of like a little studio corner because I outgrew that corner very quick because it's several pieces of equipment. And that's another thing I might start doing if you guys are interested in. It's kind of a breakdown of different pieces of equipment I have, not just paranormal stuff, but the film equipment that we use to shoot our film pieces. So it's a bunch of different things that I've been thinking about, kind of playing with and coming on. But definitely the main goal is to be more consistent and to be on this platform more regular than what I have been in the past year, 2 years, really. I mean, I've since film school's hit, I've been like one track mind, just focused on film, focused on film, focused on film. Um, but now I've realized, man, like these two go hand in hand. Like I want to still my original idea when this whole film thing took off was to bring my supporters along with me, the people that's been here and watching me. And I kind of drifted away when I was submerging myself just in the film production side of things. And now is a good time for me to kind of bring that back, get on back on path where I wanted to be in the first place. So hopefully, like I say, what is today? Today's Monday, so my goal is to have my first film review done. Get ready to upload that Thursday, Friday ish, and maybe we shoot for like a Monday, Wednesday, and then video drops Friday, and then maybe like a Saturday stream, or I don't know. I'll come up with I still got to go through and learn all the new features on YouTube as far as like the memberships and setting different things up and what all I can do. I really haven't even cranked in to open any of that yet. I just know that finally I can come back on this platform on a regular basis and not have to worry. Um, so that's like a big load off for me because usually if I was coming live on here, it was taken away from something else that I was working on or doing. But finally open. I can finally do this. So I'm really relieved, excited, and happy. And I don't know. I don't just want to be a horror film review person. Obviously we're going to do our different things as far as the spirit boxes and things like that. But I'm finally making the comeback. Oh, there's Mother Ficus. Very beautiful Lori sneaking in. It's been a long time. I hope you're doing well. It's really good to see you in here. But yeah, it's finally my comeback, man. Like I've stayed away from YouTube, focusing just solely on film, and that's still a huge focus of mine. Like I said, we got two pieces, and finally going to have cinematic production. It's going to be you'll just be able to tell um, from the first scene that this ain't no normal whatever that I've done before. It's a cinematic production. We have man, we have this really cool bit about almost like this forgotten little town. It's beautiful. They had those locks on the Miami River. Now they're kind of forgotten and deserted. There's a bunch of different paranormal phenomena going around this little bitty village. We've talked to the mayor there, and she's hooking us up with a lot of different things. So I appreciate it, Lord. Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen you in there. Um, are you going to be able to get up with us here in like the was it the first the second week of October? But yeah, I cannot wait to finally. I just I pulled the trigger. I was I'm the type of person, man. Like I have to I have to put my back to the wall to to focus on one thing and to get it going, right? So for me, like teaching, coaching, being a film student still, and trying to launch a business, traveling back and forth, uh, filming in Ohio, and doing all these different things, I was pulled in too many directions. So I'm like, okay, financially, can I not only launch this business, but have the time to grow this business? Sit down with the boss dog. She gave me the green light, and I pulled the trigger. So it's balls to the wall now. It's really trying to hit it. This and then plus, so that's really one thing I got going is I'm gonna be back on here doing the different shows that I want to do on here for you guys, doing the film production, you know, and just wrapping up my master's degree and trying to get that out of the way as we're launching this business that we already unmoored it from the dock. We pushed the ship away. Now we got to start selling this son of a bitch and making it go. That would be awesome. That would be awesome. I definitely miss you. We miss you. It'd be great to see you again. It's been some years. Like I said, man, that's another part. Like the whole reason why I got in the film and I got the opportunities that I got and went through the things I got was because of this platform. And somehow, I don't know, I just felt like I was getting pigeonholed, right, to be the Skeeter character every time that I would come on. Like I would like be jerked into this backwoods Skeeter character. And for whatever reason, I put up like a mental block where I just didn't want to do it anymore. And now I'm coming up with the fresh eyes. Like, okay, we can switch some things around. Keep the Skeeter Jerkins name, but kind of just be true to who Nathan is and my form of entertainment. Hey, Death, what's going on? Doing the Spirit Box readings, doing the paranormal investigations, doing the horror film reviews. Um, and who knows, maybe jumping back on stage and getting some updated stand up comedy bits. Who knows? But that's all on this channel. On the Terror Barn channel, that's Terror Barn Productions channel. That is our business's YouTube channel. That's where you'll see the more produced. That's where you're going to see Tyler and I, our actual works. Over here, just going to be me and my half brain dead tail, trying to think different ways of entertaining. I appreciate that, Lord. I don't know if they're talents or handicaps. You know, I just might have a bunch of handicaps that people look at and think, "Oh, that's special." I'm still kind of debating with that, right? Another big thing that I'm trying to work on is to get Trick or Treat Studios to let me be a wholesaler just for these. I'll get my finger to point right. These masks and doing a lot more overhauls because I really enjoy doing the overhauls, and Trick or Treat Studios has by far the best stock mask for me to do those overhauls and to kind of bring that movie quality. do those props. But so like I'm still doing different things, but it's solely focused on our independent film production. Um, just head on with career. That's the decision I made was have a job and try to build a career or just dive in for the career. Like there ain't no half stepping, right? So dove in head first. Sink or swim time. I hope so, Toy Man. Like I I have a bunch of these ideas and I just gotta get me a set schedule down. Um I don't know, like maybe here in the future, once people realize, I'm back on here regularly and, whatever, I might start up a Discord or something like that where people, okay, I want you to do a review on this movie or let's have Spirit Box night and this night or, um, guys, I know I did a live mask overhaul and you guys seem to enjoy that one, which by the way, if anybody's into maybe trying to start doing the overall the Trick or Treat Studios mask, the Tots mask. The new one they just came out for Kills. I think I'm going to dub that the mustard mask because I don't know if like they thought, okay, when Michael caught on fire before he busted out and killed all these firefighters, he ate him a mustard sandwich. I have no idea where all this yellow come from. Like I've never the mask was just caked with yellow. But if you're new and you kind of want to test it out, that is probably the best mask to start on because there's a lot of great quality there, and you can just work on trying to take away that yellow and bring in some more smoke gray and black. So it's a really good mask to start on. I appreciate it, Toy. Yeah, that's what I had to do, man. It was just kind of just say, you know what, the hell with it. We're going in, and we will see. But this is like my favorite time of the year. I turn into a kid again. Absolutely. Like as soon as September, I mean, it's football season, and it's Halloween. Like I can be my psychotic self out loud, and it's normal. Like that's all plus. So very excited to be able to get into the season and actually have things kind of sort of set up and ready to roll, man. Okay, I just had to make sure this audio, like, okay. Now here's another thing, man. I just got this Yeti, and they have great sound bites, and of course, I don't got no Roadcaster or anything like that. You guys probably could not hear that at all. No, I don't think you can. No, dang it, man. They have these great samplers. I'll be playing with these for sure. When it comes time to do these other shows. That's another thing. Like I just got to get. I've been so submerged on getting this Black Magic camera rig built. So I get the gimbal, which I got the Ronin RS2 Pro. Beautiful gimbal. I mean, it's easy to balance. It's if you follow me on Instagram, you've seen kind of the small rig build out. And this is what I learned, right? So I dropped the money. I spend the money to get everything I think I need for get this camera, get the gimbal, get everything set up. I'm like, okay, we're ready, right? This is what I'm going to be using on our first piece. Of course, Tyler, he loves his Canon. He got the was it EOS R? He just got that, and if you don't know like the terminologies, like Blackmagic shoots in B raw, and Canon shoots in C log, and then C raw once you get bigger, whatever. So I get this Blackmagic camera, and I get the gimbal. They're all prime lenses, and I'm not thinking, I'm not thinking too much on it, right? Because you got the Raven eye, and there's different ways almost to make a manual lens damn near autofocus. So I'm like, okay, you can still pull this off. So I get everything for the rig. I build it out. I get out there, and there's no place for me to plug in my SSD anymore. It's, it's the gimbal took that slot, and there's no way for me to get that back. So it's either I order a $300 chip and add that to that, and just keep smacking so much weight on this gimbal, or I bite the bullet and try to work my way through to just get a Canon EOS R, and so Tyler and I can be formatted in. It's and the EOS R is just for if we're just doing cinematic pieces for YouTube, the EOS R is going to work just fine. And then, of course, the bigger cinematic pieces, then we bust out the Blackmagic. I don't know why they call it the pocket cinema, but you ain't fitting that no damn pocket unless you got those old Jinko jeans or something. But so yeah, that's kind of where I'm at now. It's like I just dropped all the money into this rig, and I want this rig to work, but it's more of your stationary on a tripod in a studio in designed shot days and controllable elements, not really a run and gun camera that I'm trying to make a run and gun camera. So I got to decide what I'm going to do with that. I mean, I got a bunch of equipment over here. I could do trade-ins, but then don't know how that would work. Especially, I only got a year left where I'm finally graduated and got my degree and done, and I'm not married to the Blackmagic, but I need that for another year at least. Um, Broke the original one. I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, that was me just rambling about film equipment. So I mean, if there's an interest, like if people are like, that's something that interests anybody that's watching this or whatever, just let me know in the comments if you like film gear review. We can do that 100%. The paranormal investigation gear. That is something Tyler's going to be working on. He's going to go through in depth of all the gear that we use on our investigations and cases and things that we're going to be doing. So yeah, he's going to be covering now. So I'm not. And plus, he can articulate a hell of a lot better than I can. My concussed hell, I got to really gauge in before I talk. He's great at articulating a lot better than what I am. So he's going to handle it. It is so hard to explain. I basically ran out rooms for adapters with this Blackmagic camera and this gimbal. There's no. It is what it is now. Like I literally got every piece of equipment that I possibly could, other than a CFast card. And a CFast card again, it's another $400 or $500, and that's going to make this rig worth it. I would be running around through the woods with a rig that is not weather resistant at all and would be worth $5,000 to $6,000, and a little bit of fog could screw it all up. So I'm really going to have to like try to figure out a way to shift gears to get to the Canon EOS R, because I'm not wanting to. Again, this would be a great camera for our setup shots, for our interview shots, or talking heads, or any type of B-roll, anything like that. 100%. But to throw on a gimbal and run around and to do, I mean, it's just too much. You got a matte box on there, and you got external monitors, and even with and that's another thing I could do to help build up. Again, that's another $600 is the damn DJI base expansion plate for the damn gimbal. But again, that's an insane amount, and I'm done adding money to this rig. Like I poured everything. A good thing about it is, if I do end up getting the EOS R, the Canon EOS R, everything I got goes right with that camera too. So I'm not losing anything. I'm just gaining that second camera we're going to end up needing down the road anyways. So Right. I mean, we have definitely we got enough equipment to do the piece that we want to do. 100%. Like not really worried about that. And like I said, it freed up a lot of my time where I'm just focused on Terra Barn Productions and coaching football. I mean, that's it. Of course, dad duties and things of that nature. But you know, I can solely just gauge in. Oh, between Tyler and I, we definitely have everything that we need to go for and to knock out what we need to knock out. So it's not that big of a deal. It's just, I guess it's just me kind of complaining about Black Magic. I love your cameras. I really do. It's a beautiful cinematic cam. Um, it's definitely in competition with the Reds. It's not no Komodo or nothing, but I mean, it's ranked there. There's just some tweaking that I'd like to be done. Like some weather resistant would be like a big one. Another USB C adapt port in the side would be another huge, big one. Um, there's just little things like that. Like, wow, okay, all right. Oh well, Sabrina's Wonderful World. I'm glad. I mean, I didn't do nothing but read the card. I didn't do nothing but just read the card that flipped out. That's awesome. And that's another thing, you know, like I used to when I was back in Ohio still. I love doing like the live readings and the tarot card readings and things. And we'll get back to doing that too. I've got to do. I about gamer. They got this because as soon as like the spirits of the Halloween and all these stores open up over here on stateside, like I dive into them. So I took the kids in and was trying to let my wife um, give me permission to buy this sinister doll that I just kind of want to put in their bed. But that's what it made me think. It was pretty cool, like a rotating head and said some sayings and stuff. But hey, Karen, how you doing? Nice to see you. Yeah, that's awesome. Like that, I'm glad it came through for you. Roblox and Sabrina's Wonderful World. Yeah, because you know I got now that everything like all my film equipment almost is over there. I say almost because on my desk I got this random things that I'm working with and stuff. Now I can go ahead and say, whether it be on this channel or the Terror Barn production channel, um, I'm currently working on a screenplay, um, and it's kind of like a dramatic horror piece. It's going to be a short film, 5 to 7 minutes. Um, I kind of love that format, especially if I'm writing and it's that produced. It's not like uh, a docu piece or something like that where there's facts and it's just me writing. But I'm trying to write a piece. Basically, it's about this man who loses his wife in a car accident. It's been a year, and he's still, you know, downward spiral. He has one young, he has one young daughter. There we go. She's 7 years old, and he's kind of neglecting his father, you know, duties, and still grieving over that loss. And it's been a year. Um, so I was thinking about this piece and writing on this piece. Obviously, was forced to because of film school. Again, that's you know one of the reasons why film school works for me because it forces me to do these things. But I wanted to create a piece where it was a horror film, but articulating depression as an external demon instead of an internal demon. So that piece is definitely coming down the turnpike and will be out by the end of October, 100%. And I just really enjoyed the screenwriting part of filming. Now, you know, breaking down screenplay breakdowns and script breakdowns, and then you add all that stuff in there, then it starts getting a little hectic. But as far as the creative process of taking a thought of a story and really developing that out into a story, I freaking love that. But that's one piece that's coming up, and then of course we're launching the docu series over there on Terra Barn. Um, we really ain't hammered out like a name for the series quite yet, which that's very, whatever. That's one of the final draws. But we finally got some B-roll shots in, and hopefully I can get back over this weekend and we can start really hammering out some more shots and kind of starting to plug this thing together. Yeah, Death. That's kind of what I was going for. Is like, I've seen pieces where, of course, you got the dramatic pieces where, the dark night of the soul type ordeal, where somebody goes through something and it's traumatic, and they got to kind of pull themselves up by the bootstraps, so to speak, and push forward. But I've never really seen somebody try to take that same premise and make it like a horror film. Because when you're in a deep state of depression, you're living a horror film, anyways. So if I could project that over on the screen the way I got up here, I think it'll be okay. And plus, it's just a 5 to 7 minute short. Um, I like that because it's a lot of practice for when we start doing our bigger short features and full features and things like that. Just like doing a regular short, same format, same hammer out, just on a smaller scale. So yeah, we'll see if I can. Again, this is an idea Tyler and I was bouncing around a year ago or something, year and a half ago, about articulating depression as a physical demon instead of an internal demon. Or, yeah, instead of an internal, be a physical one. And then this opportunity presented itself. I'm like, man, I got one in the bag for it. So we'll see how that one turns out. But I look forward to doing all that over there on the Terra Bard stuff and getting some of these projects rolling over here. Um, I'm not quite sure, like the topics. Of course, we're getting closer and closer to Halloween Kills, so maybe that's what I'm going to start doing for my first sets of horror film reviews. Is just going through the Halloween films and different timelines and trying to break them down for everybody as best that I can and uh, do that type of thing. So that's one. So then we can lead all the way up to Halloween Kills, and then everybody that does have HBO Max, maybe we all do like a live watch along or something. So I think that would be pretty cool. That idea just kind of everybody that, because HBO Max is going to have it 17th of October, I believe, what it said. So everybody that has that, we can all kind of just get in there. Maybe it's a private stream or whatever, and we just hit play at the same time, and we all just kind of have a big movie theater. Didn't turn my notifications. I will say though, the Yeti X seems to be an amazing microphone so far. I didn't want to stretch up and grab the Yeti Pro because I'm gonna get the Shure mics and the Rodecaster down that way here and start doing some podcasts. I'm gonna start off doing podcasts with this thing and work my way into it. But yeah, man, you guys don't have HBO. Oh, damn it, death. That's where, I mean, you can go to the theater or HBO Max. I believe it is the 17th. I believe it is the 7th. I'm about positive. I'm about positive it is the 17th. See, it's mic. It's picked up everything. Let me open a chew can. But I'm gonna have a lot of fun with it, man. I'm glad, like I said, it's a big load off. I can focus solely on the career and things I need to do, and not really have to worry about much else. I could even, I guess, get back this microphone. We can even do some ASMR over here. Some horror. some, some horror film ASMR. I don't even know if that's a thing, if people do that or not, but we can do that over here. I did just finish up my first mustard mask overhaul. I'll have to show this one off just a little bit. Like when you first get this mask, which I don't know if this lighting is going to murder the detail. I mean, there's a lot more detail than that just being blacked out in there. I just really can't tell because of this lighting. But when I first got this mask, which is the Halloween, it's the TOTS, the Trick or Treat Studios Halloween Kills mask. There was so much like weird, like yellow. I don't know where they got it from. It was just a weird yellow. Like the burns kind of stopped here after the scar. There was like this weird, just blank area in through here. And it had like this weird yellow overtone. So what I did was I took some liquid latex, a little bit of white and gray and black, and made my own gray, and did a deep gray wash through there. And then after I got the deep gray wash to get all that unnecessary yellow out, which I have no idea why they had that yellow in there. I went back and did a light black wash to kind of pull that burned effect right there on that ear. It's just really hard to see in this lighting, but and through there to give it that nice burned, charred. There's the lip. Focus in there. There we go. Then above the eye, a nice melted latex pop. So I mean, again, this is one of those masks. Like if you're just starting out, then of course on the side it got the wound that I'm not too crazy about, but I mean, it got pretty good detail and gets that nice blood. I really don't like messing with the blood spots on a mask yet because I can never quite get that color right. But I really enjoy doing this mask. I mean, I might even, most likely, I'll probably get me another one and kind of play around with the different effects that I want to do. And that might be something too that I start off with as far as the membership goes. Get enough members, we'll do a mask giveaway maybe. One of these guys or something. Because I could probably really stock up on the kills and create some decent masks out of that. So again, I don't know. It's just going to be trial by error, kind of shooting in and doing things that I enjoy and hopefully you enjoy, and then we just grow this thing over here. This is kind of going to be just my creative relief outlet channel where I can get on here, I can talk to you guys and give you updates on the Tara Barnes stuff, but we do our own thing over here. This is just more Nathan's side of Tara Barn production. Then the podcast idea. I think I'm going to start covering, which once all this, I get it all set it up and I actually start going through the podcast. I think it's going to be more of like doing research into like cryptids, your Mothman, Goatmans, Sasquatch, Chupacabras, all these different, which man, we got a pretty cool one on this Lockington case. Hopefully it comes through and we can get some proof on it. But and then kind of have like a call-in number for like some scary stories, some personal stories and some of that, So that's kind of my idea for the podcast. And once I launch that, I'll plug that channel and where you can find it most likely on Spotify and Apple podcast is kind of where I'm looking to shoot that at. And it's going to be kind of hard because, again, I need the Rodecaster and I'd love to have the Shure mics. I do got a location. My buddy Anton, if you watch the Between Heaven and Hell podcast, he said I'm more than welcome to use his spot and his setup anytime I want to do a podcast. So maybe that's something I get with him, like, hey man, you want to do a podcast? And because he's highly entertaining and very comical, man. So maybe that's somebody I can team up with and kind of start the podcast thing with. That's local, and then me and Tyler work it in when we're not filming, when these winter months hit, we're kind of sitting and dwindling. So that's kind of going to be the gap there that we kind of fill is the winter months. Can't really go out and do that. Yes, you go on Twitter, Death, and I am the only Skeeter Jerkins that is out there. You will see this ugly mug as soon as you type in Skeeter Jerkins. But yeah, I want to do a podcast with a call in, because the podcast that I've been listening to a lot. I'm gonna butcher the guy's name because I've did so much as far as looking at all these small business grants and things that are floating around. Because we are officially launched, like it's official. Terror Barnes production, Terror Barn Productions is officially a thing as of the 17th. So we're launched. So I'm looking at different ways of funding and kind of getting the things that we need and to start generating uh, some monetary gains, right? That's what a business is for. But I'm gonna butcher this name. It's why am I even trying to think? I got of course my pad is way in there, but let's go into the podcast. I can definitely just plug it right here. Jim Harold, but that's not okay. Jim Harold's Campfire, True Ghost Stories and more. Fantastic podcast. Um, let's see if I can get that to. I still got a bunch of paint and stuff on this phone. There we go. If you're looking for a good podcast or want to listen to a good podcast and you like the creepy, that's a pretty good one. And I love the call-ins. I love how they got the call-ins set up, and I kind of want to do something like that, and it get you guys more involved. And I don't know if you guys have known this, but when I first started doing this form of any type of entertainment was over on Spreaker. I was doing like I touched a little bit on the occult and paranormal and stuff, but I was doing more like football reviews and things. But you're not the only one. Do you have a He-Man profile? Hold on one second. I should be able to share my Twitter right in the chat. It's my profile is a clapboard with my government name. Okay. Well, how do I share my link to my No, I don't want to copy photo. Here's what you're looking for on the Twitterverse. That is me right there. And Skeeter Jerkins, Nathan Barnes. You got Michael up top, and my clapboard there. That my cousin made me that little art piece. Damn it, Jenna, how you doing? I'm your lady. So, and that's another thing too. I'll be able to do more live streams with my roundtable peeps. Get back more involved over there, hanging out with you guys and doing things like that's another great outlet for me where I didn't got to worry about Terror Barn Productions. I don't got to worry about this channel. And I don't know if it would throw that big of a wrench for me to. I've been batting around with the idea of actually changing the name of this uh, channel, but I don't want to do it if it's going to cause crazy confusion. Who are the Hey, there you go, Death. You followed me. Follow you right back there. This weather's looking like out too. Yeah. No practice for my boys today. It's thunderstorm or lightning storms and things supposed to be popping up. So I know I seen that. Um, here, I'll just shoot something over in the roundtable chat right now. I'll kind of explain um why I've been so MIA. Um, let me make sure I get the right thing. You'll be able to see it, damage as soon as I. Yeah, we'll shoot that one over. This will kind of explain to you why I've been so. There you go, damage. And if you check that out in the chat, you'll see. Mm, there you go. It's in there. Yeah, I seen where your husband, which you're not a mod yet. Yeah, let's change that. Can I change that? Of course not. Stream OBS. You let me get on here and mod you up so you can plug your husband's channel in here so I can sub easier to it. There you go, Damagena. So if you want to go ahead and drop his link, go ahead and drop his link, and I would definitely sub him up. I'd love to come over there and hang out too. Yeah, I miss you guys, man. Because again, when I took this, I said, the heck with YouTube. I'm gonna focus on film. You guys are my peeps. You know what I mean? I'd go in there, we'd hang out, um, having great times, and now I have the time to go in and do those um, crazy late night fun streams with you guys, man. I miss that as well. So me opening up that lot of time and you seeing Damagena that I finally we finally got there. It took me months of like battling with my inner self if I was ready to do that or not, but um finally went and pulled that trigger. Um so yeah, there's that. But now this gives me free time to just only thing I have to do is create. And that's been my dream through all this. I want to just create. There it is. Let me go there. I love the channel name. I'm subbed up. Hit everything. We're on there. I love the channel name. Cheddar's Cheddar Chatter Channel. Oh, I love it. I love it. But yeah, this just allows me to finally just solely concentrate on creation, whether it's on YouTube, whether it's film production, like to make a living off my passion. And that's kind of what I've been kind of gearing up for this whole time. And now it's a possibility. Hold on one second. Okay. Sorry, I had it up in that chat. Oh, thank you for subbing, Death. Yeah, I really love the channel name, so definitely I'm definitely ready to check that out. Hey, there's Lisa. How you doing, sis? But hopefully, I'm hoping to actually have my studio semi done. It's never going to be done. Like I know me. Like it's never going to be done back here. But I feel like Step Brothers. That scene in Step Brothers, where we got so much more room for activities. Um, it's going to be fun. Oh, okay. Well, I got the little bell hit. And over here, I'm not sure. Like I might, like I said, I'll maybe do like a Monday during the day stream because Doris got her wrestling, and then maybe Wednesday during the day type of thing because I believe Doris does another wrestling, and then maybe late. I don't know. I'll have to figure it out. I want to drop my horror film reviews uh, on like maybe a Friday or Saturday. Yep, that's what I kind of feel like now. It's like okay, now only thing I do is got to put the work in. Like I've already went. You know, but then like over here, um, I'm like battling. Do I kind of want to keep it strictly just paranormal and horror and do that type of thing, but also stand up comedy with I don't know with this Delta variant and what all restrictions are going to be re-added. It's starting to open up again. So once that happens, and with the equipment I got, I can finally get on stage and get a full bit put up. You know, so who knows? But again, there's gonna be a lot of traveling once this Terror Barn thing really starts to take off. Like I'm in the mix now, like putting my business hat on. I got my business degree like 11 years ago and never used it. and, and now through the pipeline of all this stuff, now I like gotta tap in my memory banks and see how much I actually remember from being in school and trying to apply that. So we shall see. There we go. Coming up. There's the Terrorborn channel. Thank you, Lisa. Lawnmower. And then also, I think I got like, see, I got the Halloween 2 mask coming. And then I had to reorder my 6. That's probably my favorite mask as far as like getting and wearing, and you really don't have to do no um, overhaul or rehaul on it. It's a pretty good mask, but no, nope. Damn it, Jenna. I kind of just went strictly into into the business. No, I talked to them there and said, hey, I'd like to take X amount of days off to launch this thing. If that don't work, I completely understand, but it's something I have to do. And then I did it. So I kind of needed to do that for multiple reasons, to free up time for one, and two, just to force me to just create. That's kind of my big thing. I just want to create content. Whether it's film, whether it's back on here doing the comedy bits, or just sticking strictly to the horror, or doing whatever it might be, just to get back into that. So that freed up the time for me to do so. Now we got some croissants, some tacos, and some sandwiches, and you'll be making me hungry. Well, now I got things blowing up everywhere. Bing! Yes, you have to give me a minute to do that. Balls hog. Kind of live right now. Yes, definitely all in. I think that's the only way for me to, because I was pulled in so many different directions, and I had to just hyper focus. You know, that's the only way I'm going to get anything done is just hyper focus and submerge into it. So, but I'm excited because I actually finally got up enough cojones to pull the trigger on this thing. Now I just got to get back into broadcast mode, live stream mode, video ideas, shorts I can write and film just for this channel, and doing all these different things. And eventually there will be like a member tier where we go behind the scenes, and maybe it's, I set up where you guys can screen share. You can see uh, some pieces I'm writing on, and throw your input in there, and ideas flesh out. When you use those inputs, you get credits on it for writing it, for help writing it, and things of that nature. I don't know. Sometimes I have to sit here for several hours and still kind of hammer out the details on what I want to do and how I want to do it. And that's just for this channel. And then I got to get my gear situation set up. Again, we're good to shoot um, what we want to get done for October. I think we should be fine. But yeah, we're there. We're rolling. It's finally happening. I don't got to get on here and apologize for being gone for a month at a time anymore. There literally will just be days of absence. There won't be weeks or months or years or whatever. So, uh, I mean, I'm over the moon with it, really. I mean, because I finally did what I needed to do. Hey, Marky Mark, and I can get back to doing what I love to do. So, exactly, Death. That's exactly my mind frame is. Uh, Failure is not an option, especially father, husband. There's a lot of responsibilities there. Failure is not an option. It's a grind until it happens. So, and I've already laid down um, some groundwork. And we have a bunch of pieces that we never really pulled the trigger on because time was such an issue. And it's still kind of an issue with, Indiana, Ohio, bouncing back and forth, filming and doing those things. But it's more feasible now that I'm all in. October is already here. September is just like pre-October, right? This is where, again, I said it earlier, I'm allowed to be the psycho that I am on the inside. On the outside, these next couple months because it's normal. I do not think I'm going to do the Pennywise costume this year. That took me like 45 minutes just to do the damn makeup for it. Like, so, boom, mother flower. Appreciate it, Dorito. Thank you. But now that I do got this gimbal on, it has to be great weather, but whoo, there it is. Scared the dog out of me. Thank you, Dorito. I appreciate that. Much love, my friend. I appreciate that. Um, but yeah, the Pennywise makeup was like 45 minutes, get the latex right, to get the wig right, and to do all that. Then we went out. It was pouring rain. It was cold. It was miserable. But to do the mic, it was pretty easy. You know, I pick one of my masks that I want to roll with. I still do got to get the coveralls and do some alterations for the Halloween Kills get up. But uh, we'll have some more of those videos coming. And what's cool about this town, like they don't care. I can stand on the corner as Michael Myers and stalk people, and the town loves it. They're bringing people for me to scare. So I really love being where I'm at and doing those things. Well, see, that's look there is a gimbal out there. It's pricey, but DJI Ronin RS2 Pro, that thing can handle a crap ton of weight. Not really that big. It comes in a nice little storage case, um, and it's able to hold the Black Magic. So I mean, if it holds the Black Magic with a full small rig cage on it, um, with everything attached to that cage. So it's a great gimbal. It's just the Black Magic itself is not really meant for a run and gun gimbal or camera on a gimbal. The Son of Sam Squatch. There you go. That was the original idea that launched this whole film thing for old Pauly Shore. Old Pauly Buds. Wanted to see a Skeeter Jerky vid. Then I said, all right, Son of Sasquatch. Then a cartoon came out. Son of Bigfoot. I'm like, well, can't really do that. But Son of Sam Squatch can. Yes, the Son of Sasquatch was the story. Hey, Toy Fishy Raid. Appreciate it, guys. Yeah, they're really nice gimbals. Really nice gimbals. The active track, again, the only thing, if you do not have an autofocus camera, this is what murders me with my Blackmagic. It's all prime lenses. You gotta have the Raven Eye. You gotta have the 3D focus. There's a lot of things you gotta have, and there's not that many adapter ports in the camera itself. So then you gotta work on external adapter ports, and that doesn't really work. Then you lose your capability of storage. And then battery life. I had to get nano V mount batteries, which solved the battery life issue. But again, I need a CFast card to solve the memory. And I'm not be toting around a $6,000 rig that any bit of fog could ruin. So yes, man, I still think that would have been a great film. It's just the timing was horrible. And I honestly, if I would have pulled the trigger and did that back then, I would have butchered it. There's no, I would have butchered it. I didn't know enough. I can't be 1,000. So yeah, the RS2 would be a perfect fit. It would hold that camera 100%. Because the Black Magic is pretty big and beefy, and they have counterweight systems you can put on that gimbal, kind of counteract if it's like front heavy, side heavy, whatever you might need. Um, that it would definitely work for that for sure. Because I put, I could put my matte box on there with my heavy ND filters, and just completely trick the rig out, and that gimbal will still hold it, not even really even bog out or lose any power. B Whistle, how you doing? And it's a great gimbal, man. I got the side arms obviously because I needed the more platforms to kind of build out that rig. But again, I just need I'm shooting for now the EOS R, the Canon EOS R. That's what Tyler's going to be shooting with. It's freaking, it got C-Log, which is close to, it's Canon's, almost Canon, because they got C-RAW as well, but C-Log is kind of a raw format to shoot in, which is great in post. You can do a lot more. You got to have that raw footage. But I mean, the cameras are such now, like, you can get a good cinematic cam without murder. I think the Blackmagic 4K is down to like $1,000 right now. Hey, Cat, long time no see, man. How you doing? How you doing? Yes, I'm a big Blackmagic camera fan. I love what they do. They just need to. They're a newer camera company, right? So they're going to have to go through their trial and errors and get things right. Canon, I'm used to the interface. It's what I started out using, and now they're starting to do more cinematographer cameras than photographer cameras. So I want to make that at least make that EOS R switch for now, and still have my Blackmagic as what we need. All right, Death. Yeah, I'm not gonna be on here too much longer. It's already after 3 over here, and I still got things to do. What's going on, Squirrel? Yeah, they're down to like a little over 1,000 now, I think, for the 4K. Now the 6K Pro again looks like a phenomenal camera, but it's big and beefy. It felt like that's kind of a tilt screen. It's not a full rotating out screen. It's just a tilt screen, but it's still, you're going to run into the same issues. They're not weather resistant. Putting them on a gimbal, having that much money in a rig, out doing a run and gun type situations, just a random light sprinkle out of nowhere can cripple that rig, and I don't like that. So I want to keep the Blackmagic, like I said before, the talking heads, the interview setups, the controlled shots, for those reasons. But I absolutely need the EOS R to be able to shoot what we're wanting to get done. They're really nice. I mean, I'm a huge fan of. I mean, they're called the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema cameras, but it's a mouthful, and but I don't know what pocket unless it's the old Jinko jeans. I don't know what pocket they're thinking these things fit in. They're pretty beefy cameras. Um, I originally started out with my shoulder rig, which I still got over there. I guess I could just switch back to the shoulder rig on a lot of these shots and still have my quick focus wheel and things of that nature. But I just really love to, and getting them stable. That's the biggest thing. They're so front heavy. If you go out and just do a shot handheld, real shaky. So I'm like, okay, shoulder rig. Shoulder rig took care of a lot of that. And then I'm like, all right, I need to find a gimbal. And then DJI dropped a gimbal. So when DJI dropped that, I'm like, okay, I'll get that. But then it's just been running into unforeseen capabilities after unseen capabilities, just nonstop. So making it, I'm gonna have to eventually try to make that switch somehow, some way. And I think the EOS R It's around, I know it's under $2,000 for the body. I think it's like 17 for the body, maybe somewhere around there. And the lenses I have that will mount them, so it's not that big of a deal. Yes, hit that thumbs up. Thank you, Fish. Thank you, Toy Man. But yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to come on here and let everybody know. Like, listen, I've been dancing around with, okay, am I back? Am I not back? Am I going to do this? Am I not going to do this? Well, I'd like to at least that, designate one day for YouTube for you guys. There is no more of that BS. I am back on this platform and will be doing things. Right. Yeah. You just got to go through that damage. And sadly, I mean, there's a million different ways to build out a rig. You just got to find the right way to build out the rig your way and how you want to film and play to your strengths. And for me, the Blackmagic, it's better just on a tripod, steady shots, pans, things of that nature. So I need to get to USR to really get going where I want to get going with it. But yeah, there's no more of, oh, I got a lot today, whatever. I'm back on this platform. I'm back on this channel. We're going to be doing things over here on a consistent basis from here on end, starting this week. It's going to be more consistent, more structured. I want to get in and kind of figure out what I want to do as far as like the membership walls and things of that nature. Do I go back and start doing Teespring with some merch? I'm not sure. Maybe I might. Not really sure. Not really thought about that too much. Patreon. Do I reactivate Patreon and start doing some Patreon things over there? Do I want to? But no matter what I choose to do there, I'm back on here. Okay. I'm not going to be taking months and weeks off anymore. So I will be back on here. Terror Barn production is officially a thing. It's going. We're dropping our first 2 pieces next month. Our first cinematic pieces that you'll be able to tell. You'll be able to tell the production value and the things that we're putting into it. You'll definitely be able to tell. No problem at all. I've seen her there. I'm like, yes, absolutely, kiddo. But then I'll be able to hang out with my roundtable peeps again, doing a lot over here, and then I'll be able to, Tyler and I getting the Terror Barn things going. We got a few different series that we want to start building and launching, and I do want to launch some sort of form of podcasting. And as soon as I figure out which format that I want to do that in, what topics I want to cover, and where I'm going to be housed at with the podcast, I'll throw all those links out on probably Twitter, and then obviously I'll add that to the descriptions on the videos going on over here. So absolutely, damn it, Jenna. Like where I'm at now, there's hardly anybody out here in the cornfield that does film. So for me to find even a grip hand or anything of that nature, it's Tyler and I. Unless I want to go to Dayton, Columbus, Indianapolis, some of these bigger cities. And then you got to worry about who you can trust and doing paranormal stuff, who's going to fake evidence, who's going to, whatever. There's a bunch of things that go with that. I'm doing great today. How are you doing? Why are you being psycho, cat? I think my cat got schizophrenia. Thing's nuts. I don't think that's 9 lives. I think that's like 9 different personalities. Thing's insane. But anyways, guys, that was the announcement. I am officially back on this platform, 100%, all in, nothing but creation, doing what I want to do, doing what I'm passionate about. Finally dove in, and now we're here. So you're going to be seeing a lot more of me and hearing a lot more of me if I get this podcast thing going. And I'm happy, finally. I got everything sorted out. and I'm ready to go. I'm looking forward to it. I get you. I got you, Jenna. Thank you, sis. I appreciate that. 9 lives, 27 personalities. That is definitely my daughter's cat. The cat's beyond insane. But I appreciate you guys joining in here. That was, I think it's all the information I wanted to get out today. Most likely I'll be back live tomorrow talking about some whatever, you know. We'll probably get into some good creepy paranormal stuff on the weekends, maybe. Start doing that, and then we got the movie reviews, and I'll be doing some more live streaming for sure. Thank you guys. I really appreciate all your love and support. Thank you so much, man. Every time I turn this camera on again, I say it all the time. You guys come in, get into a good conversation. So I'm excited to be back, and there will be no more hiatuses. And we're going to be getting things done over here and over in the Terra Barn channel, and even on some bigger scales, and maybe some podcasting. You never know. I don't know, but I'm back. I'm back. Well, I appreciate you guys. Much love to each and every one of you. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much for love and support. And we're onward and upward from here. And again, thank you. But how do I usually end these things? Oh, yeah. Like always, this has been me talking to you. And I'll see you all down the road. Much love, guys. And thanks for tuning in. See you very soon. No more breaks. I'm back. All right. Much love, guys.